Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Nikki and this is Anti Beauty. This is a channel all about beauty, so makeup, skincare and perfume of course. And today we're going to start off our makeup collection video. The reason I'm saying collection video and not declutter video is because I've bought a lot of new products the last few months. And declutter, I'm not ready for it. So this is going to be a series. I'm going to walk you through every single item in my makeup collection, and you can see what I think of them and also all of the products in depth. I'm going to talk about my base products, so primer, foundation, concealer, primers, etc. But also cheek products, bronzer, blush, highlighter, eye products, mascara, eyeliner, brow products, eyeshadows of course, but also my lips. So lipstick, liquid lipstick, lip liners, lip oils, all of the above. And I'm going to split those up into parts because they're way too long. I was planning on putting them in one video, but it's too much to handle. So I'm going to recycle this intro. You will see this every single time, and in the coming weeks we're going to see in depth my collection. In half a year, maybe in July, I'm going to do a declutter. That's the moment that I will go through them all in depth, going to swatch them, going to compare them, see what I can impart with and what I can't. But right now I haven't tried a lot of them. They're still new in the packaging, or I've just tried them once and I'm not ready to part with them. So that's the reason we're doing a collection video and not a declutter. If you are curious what is in my makeup collections, please stay tuned. I don't know where to start. There are so many blushes and I absolutely love them. Let's just start over here because otherwise I will be in a dead stare for ages. This is the NARS blush in Behave. And as you can see, it's a beautiful muted neutral color. It's one of my favorite types of blush. I love neutral blushes on me because they are so natural and really lovely for that flush of peachy pink on the cheeks. And maybe in the pan you will see like, oh, there's nothing there. But there is. It's so lovely. I haven't used this one much. I picked it up when we were in the States at Marshall's, so I was really happy to find this one there. Another one is Deep Throat. This one I had a bit longer because I do love a shimmer in my blush. It's a beautiful shade. I prefer these shades over that, but in the summertime I really love this. I don't use highlighters often because I prefer a glowy blush to them. If I'm wearing a highlighter, it's always with a matte blush, but I prefer satin or glowy blushes, so I just stray away from any type of highlighter because I just prefer these, and the formula is so lovely. Is this a must-have? No, Deep Throat is not a must-have for me, but it's really good. I also have got Orgasm X, Orgasm and Orgasm Rush in the mini. These came from advent calendars and just a gift with purchase type of thing. So that's why there are minis, and that's more than enough for me. This one is the Orgasm Rush, so a bit more for deeper skin tones. It's not really a good shade on me, but with a light hand I can make it work just like this. And then it's a beautiful glowy blush shade. It's more on the peachy side then. Then we got the regular Orgasm. This one I had a bit longer. Maybe last year's advent calendar. I had a big one before, but it was so old, so I just gave that one away. And as you can see, it's really similar to a Deep Throat. This one I prefer because this one is a bit more gold glowy goodness. So in the summertime I rather use Orgasm than Deep Throat. But that's just a personal preference. And then we got Orgasm X. This one is again a bit more peachy, more and more intense. And as you might know right now, I prefer the lighter, the more softer versions. So my favorite out of the NARS ones are these two. So the Orgasm and the Behave. But I've got one more. I've also got Gina. Also bought it from Marshall's. A beautiful peachy shade. I will put it over here. And that's the type of shade I like it. Because it's really soft and glowy and airy. Not as glowy as the shimmery versions, but really lovely satin-like. So if I had to pick three, I would keep these three and I would get rid of these. But for now, I'm just keeping them all. I would like to get some extra use out of them. But whenever you see these at Marshall's, pick them up. They're really good. And for a steal like that, you can't miss them. Then we go to this one. This is the Natasha Denona Bloom Highlighting Blush. And I wanted really bad on Natasha Denona blush, but man, that color. I sorely mistaken the pigments when I bought this one. We were on holiday and there weren't much shades. But it's a beautiful glowy shade. It isn't as stark as you could see in the pen. It is a bit less glowy than the Orgasm one. It's a bit more like the Orgasm X. So I do like it, especially for the summertime, but I don't use it often. Then we got the three blushes from Dior. The Rosy Glow blushes. I've got Rosewood. I've got Cherry. And I've got Coral. And as you can see, they're almost brand new. Yes, I've used them, but you don't need much. The Rosewood is absolutely my favorite because it's a really lovely neutral pinky shade. But as you can see, a bit patchy. I don't know why everybody loves these. They're good, don't get me wrong, but they're really patchy. See how nice and even these blended in? And see how patchy these two are. I really don't see the hype. The pigment is not really good, they're chalky and they're really patchy. So if you are on the hunt for a blush from Dior, don't go for these. Go for the regular ones instead. I know I still have this one. I am picking up the new one as soon as they are on sale. This one is the regular blush in the Dansante Satin 449. It's still available. It's really silky smooth. It's so lovely. And this one is just that type of shade that I really, really love. Just like Behave. A bit lighter, a bit more glowy as well. And I use this one really often. And it's so velvety smooth, almost if you have nothing on. And it stays all day. So if you are going for a Dior blush, don't spend your money on these. They're patchy, they're chalky. They're no good in my opinion. Go for the regular ones. Then we got my Chanel blush. I don't really love Chanel blushes. They're good, don't get me wrong, but I don't like the shades. So most of the time I like the limited editions more, but if I buy those you guys can't get them anymore. So this is a regular line shade. This one is the Powder Flex blush in 82 Reflex. And it's a beautiful peach, but they're so shimmery. And I mean like shimmery in glitter. So let me put it over here. No payoff. Absolutely no payoff. They're baked, but... and they're full of glitter. Don't know if you can see that. They're beautiful, glowy, don't get me wrong. I had many more of these when I was younger, but they're so glittery. If you like a glittery blush, you should absolutely go for the Chanel one. But I don't prefer that. I prefer a satin or a nice glowy blush, something like this. But these are really glittery. So they're okay. I wanted one just to have a Chanel blush in my collection to compare. It's a baked formula, it's really nice, but I rather spend my money on the Milani or the Max Factor ones. Then we got Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder has beautiful finish of blushes, really big compacts. You got a useless brush with it. Does anybody use these? I don't know. But a beautiful mirror. This is this shade 120 Sensuous Rose. It's their most popular one, that's why I picked it up. And this is the beautiful neutral shade that I love. It's, in terms of the formula, really comparable to these blushes from Dior. So if you like this formula, you will like the Estee Lauder ones and vice versa. So if you are for the hunt on a silky smooth blush with not shimmer or anything but a satin-like finish, try these out. They're really good. I do prefer the longevity from the Dior blushes, from the regular line to the Estee Lauder ones. But I could see myself pick up a new shade whenever I'm on a whim and want to buy some extra Estee Lauder. So in my opinion, they're really good and comparable to the Dior ones. Then we got this one from One Size, and I picked it up when we were in the States because I really wanted to try the formula out. I love the fact that they have a cream blush that is protected, because nothing is worse than getting stuff in there. And it's a really beautiful shade. I've got the shade A Very Dead. It's a beautiful peachy color. It's more orangey than I would have thought. I thought it would be more of that neutral shade, but it's more orangey, as you could see. The blush is okay, yeah, it's fine. Nothing special, not patchy, smooth, but again, a bit more orangey than I would like. I can still make it work. I love it in the summertime, but not amazingly. And I don't get this one. It's supposed to be a highlighter or something, but it's way too dark for to be on its own and as a blush topper. I really don't see the hype. I would have loved to see an extra blush or maybe duos. This would have been much better than this. So I don't get the bottom shade, but I would get some use out of the upper two. I do love it, but is it a must-have? It's a no for me. So I rather have the blushes from Petitctar or the blushes from Catrice. Speaking of the Petitctar ones, let me grab them. I put them in the cream category, I don't know why. This one is the cream, and this is the kind of shade that I meant to pick up. See the difference? This is way more neutral. This looks more glowy and natural, and this is more sheer. So if you like a more pigmented cream blush, go for the One Size, otherwise go for the Petitctar ones. And this one has a protective film as well. Really love that. And the blush is, strangely enough, more peachy. I don't know why this one is peachy. Give me the neutral shade. Come on, you have the neutral cream blush and then you will get a peachy regular blush. I really don't get it. So, however, I love this shade. These don't match. This is a neutral rosy tone and this one is a peach. So they don't match. And the second shade is the She's a Doll. Really, really, really bright. But I wanted something fun for the summertime. They're pretty sheer, so you can make it work. This isn't my usual shade, as you might think of my collection over here. But I wanted something special and, well, I got it. This is such a bright Barbie pink and I won't be using this much. But the formula is nice and they actually match. So I'm happy about that. Because, as you can see, they really complement each other. So this time they really matched and I'm happy about that. Do I get a lot of use out of this shade? No, I don't, but I appreciate the formula. So if you prefer something lighter in formula or something more of a sheer base, go for the Petitctar ones, at least for the creams. And otherwise go for the One Size, they are more pigmented. Then we have the blush affairs from Catrice. I also got the peachy one, but that one I didn't hold yet, so. But I do got it. It was sold out every single time. These creams are more sticky than the Petitctar ones. Keep that in mind. This one dries down, the Catrice one doesn't. Let me put it over here. They're more pigmented than the Patrick Ta ones, but they do match, so I really love that. So you can see these actually match, so you could combine them. Again, a bit too bright for me, but I will use them sometimes, not too much. This one is in 010 Stunning Strawberry. This one is in the shade 020 Pleasing Pink. And this is a beautiful pinky color. You really have to warm up these creams, otherwise you won't get any pigment. And it's the same kind of hot pink as the She's a Doll one from Patrick Ta. They do match, which I'm pleased about. It's a beautiful formula. Are they as good? No, not in my opinion. Doesn't matter what the internet says about dupes. These aren't as good as the Patrick Ta ones. They don't stay on all day and Patrick Ta does. But if you can't afford them or you're not willing to afford them, try these out. They're really lovely, but don't expect the same kind of wear time or the same type of formula, because the Patrick Ta ones dry down. Even the creams, these stay sticky, so you have to set them down. Then we go to one of my favorite formulas, and these are the Nabla ones. This one is Throath, Independence, and Lola, and these are the skin glazing blushes, just like the bronzers that I absolutely love. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it in the eye and you can watch those. These are such a beautiful, soft, glowy formula. These are the reason that I don't wear any highlighters when I wear these in the summertime, because I already got that beautiful glow. And these are really pigmented but neutral based. This is what I meant when I say I like a bright peach or a bright pink, doesn't matter, but I like to be neutral. Especially Throath is the most glowy one, and I use that really often. If I put Orgasm next to it, you could see it's just a bit more elevated option, because this is much more glowy, much more smooth. This is more that baked jelly. This is just a regular powder, and I prefer the baked jelly formula. And even Luminoso doesn't compare. This is a new one. I had the old one before, and I recently bought a new one. I really love Luminoso, but this is just a more elevated, more glossy type of shade. And the other ones are more muted, not as glowy as the other one, and I prefer those in the winter time when I want that skin glow but not that intense for the summertime. I absolutely love these. You could see I've worn off the writing of most of them, and my opinion, one of the best glowy blushes out there. Let's pair the bronzers from Bare Minerals next to them. This is Kiss of Pink and Kiss of Mauve. I recently got these when we were in the States because I was so excited. As you can see, I really love my glowy blushes. And these are really, really similar to the Nabla ones. And I'm so happy about it, because I absolutely love the formula of the Nabla, as you know, and these are the same baked jelly formula, but less glowy, more in the part of Independence and Lola. This one is more that browny, bronzy look with a hint of blush. This is the Kiss of Mauve, and the Kiss of Pink is a bit lighter, really lovely, soft. They aren't as glowy as you would expect. They have some more glowy ones, but I especially picked out these two. So if you are on the hunt for a dupe for these, go for the Nabla ones, the not in color but the same type of formula. They're really soft, really smooth, stay on all day, and everybody will ask what you're wearing. Another favorite one that I used up like 3 times is the Wet n Wild Icon blush in Apricot in the middle. One of the best peachy blushes. As you can see, I hit Major Pen because I wear it a lot. It is a beautiful glowy blush. It's that beautiful peachy, goldy sheen that I absolutely adore. So in the summertime I wear this non-stop and it's so dang beautiful. It's so beautiful, smooth, no patchiness, absolutely gorgeous. Another glowy blush is the Hot Mama, a classic from the Balm. And this one is more in the line of these from Throath and from Orgasm and from the Milani one. It's just a beautiful formula. Even after all those years, they were ahead of time. People don't think of the Hot Mama anymore, but it's so amazing. As you can see, no patchiness, really beautiful, glossy sheen, really blends in well. And who needs highlighters with these? If you want my opinion, go for the classics, they're so amazing. Do we want to do all the glowy blushes? Let's do that. I've got the new Makeup Revolution one, the Peach Pop. They're supposed to be similar to the blushes from Rare Beauty. These are so extremely in the glow. This is just a beautiful shade. They are more sheer than you would think. Just like the Natasha Denona one. This one is fairly comparable. Because it's more sheer than you would think. But it has that beautiful glow. Is it as beautiful as the baked formula from Nabla or even the Bahama Mama or the apricot in the middle from Wet n Wild? No, it isn't. But it's a beautiful blush that is really comparable to the Natasha Denona one. This one is the Mini Bloom. But as you can see, really, really comparable. I'm not sure if they are comparable to the Rare Beauty ones. I believe those are more of the Baked Chalet formula and a bit more intense. These are more subtle and you can wear these a bit better because they're not as intense, more beginner friendly. So if you like that glowy kind of blush but you don't want that gelée formula, yeah, it's a really good option. Same goes for the Blush Crush from Essence. Same type of formula. This one is in the shade Strawberry Flush and it's really sheer. So if you are afraid to use these really intense blushes like these, try this one. Overall, the Essence blushes are really good. I really love the velvety ones. I threw them away because they broke. I dropped them. Someday I will pick up some new ones, but I bought this one for my full face of Essence. So really impressed by the shade, but it's the same shade as, you know, the Orgasm. This one, the same shade. So maybe a lighter, more sheer dupe. If you love a more glowy blush and want a baked formula just like the Laura Geller ones, try these out. These are the Max Factor blushes in the Infinities. I've got the shade Lovely Pink and Alluring Rose. So Lovely Pink and Alluring Rose. They have many more, but I just picked up 2. I had these one. I was maybe in my 20s and they're so beautiful, really, really sheer. So if you are afraid of blush and you just want to start, pick up these. They're really lovely and so silky smooth, really glowy and really beautiful as well. These were the originals and everybody that's the same age as me knows. This one of the blonder type. This one has some sparkles in there, but they're really good dupes for these. The Chanel one. I know they're not the same shade. Really, really comparable. The same kind of sheen. Really beautiful. So if you like these or you don't want to pay the price of these from Chanel, try these out. They're really beautiful. More glowy blushes are the ones from Benefit. I depotted them because they were in a palette and I depotted them all. I got 2 palettes, I believe. So let me quickly go through them. This one is Tickled Pink, I believe. So that's really highlighty, blushy type of shade. I don't use this as a highlight. I don't use this as a blush, more of a blush topper. Because it's so sheer, but really pinky golden sheen. I don't use it often, but I like to keep it for just as a blush topper. This one is the California, I believe. And this one is the really bright pink with a hint of a sheer glossiness over there. There was an overspray, so it's just a glowy, bright pink. They're okay. I'm not a big fan of the Benefit blushes, but they're okay. This one is... yeah, that's a good question. I know this one is Dandelion, this one is Dallas. The middle pink, I'm not sure which one. It's from the OG line, not the new ones. I didn't buy this because I didn't really love these. It's just okay, a bit patchy. I will wear it, but not much. And we got this one. This one is Dandelion. It's a bit scratchy and not much payoff. I usually like those, but they're a bit scratchy and patchy as well. So I never saw the hype of the Benefit blushes. That's why I depotted them, because I thought it was because they were in a palette and I didn't use them that way. But no, that's just because I really don't like them. They're okay, don't get me wrong, but not for the price, and they're not amazing. This one is Dallas. This is that brownie type of neutral that I usually really love. But this more as a bronzer. It is a blush, but as a bronzer it really looks weird. It's not my type of shade. If you want something like this, go for this one. The Balm Desert. I repressed it because I had pen on it. But this, that type of blushy, bronzy shape. It's an honest blush, not a bronzer, but this looks orange on me. Whenever I use it as a bronzer. But this, that beautiful, sheeny, bronzy blush. So beautiful. So, if you go for one of these, go for the Balm one. I just prefer their blushes over the Benefit ones. They're not as patchy and they're really smooth. And the last one up is an exclusive to the palette, I believe. It's more of that highlighty type of shade. Not really my thing. I don't think I'll be using these for long, but I have them right now, so I will try to use them. Then we got some more glowy blushes, but not really shimmery type of thing. These are my Sisley blushes, and I don't like the price point of this brand, but I do love this blush. These are the Le Orchidée blushes, and I got the regular one and the coral. Look at that blush. And yes, it's not an overspray. It's truly over the whole palette, all the way through. And these are just so silky smooth. Such a beautiful glossy shade. Absolutely gorgeous. And they feel more in between the Gelées and the Estée Lauder Dior kind. So they're really, really beautiful. And this one is the coral one, the bit lighter one. Also really, really beautiful. I absolutely love these and I wear them all the time. If you get something from Sisley, get these. They're so beautiful. Then we got the Clinique Cheek Pop in 18 Pink Honey. And who remembers these? Back in the day, when everybody was wearing these, I still love them. This one is a new one, because mine were really, really old, and this was my favorite shade. This is that really neutral, pinky toned. Absolutely lovely. Now we got two of MAC. This one is the Harmony blush and the Desert Rose blush. I used to have many, many more, but they were really old. And I have to pick up some new ones. This one is Harmony, that really lovely blushy bronze shade. MAC ones tend to be patchy when you swatch them, but on the cheek they are not. And this one is Desert Rose. Whenever I don't know what to wear, I wear these. Watch out, because they really can get some hard pan, so you have to scratch them sometimes. But this one is a beautiful shade, and you can sheer them out, of course. So don't be alarmed with the MAC blushes. You can't pick these up with your hands. You have to use a brush, otherwise it will look patchy and not there and terrible, as you can see. But they're really, really beautiful. Then we got two of the NYX ones, the Buttermilk blushes. They were all the rage last year and I don't see many people talked about them right now. In my opinion, they're way and way too pigmented. For me, it's like I'm patting this one, so really slightly. And look at that pigment. These are so pigmented. You can't see those out. They're really intense. So I didn't get the hype. You really have to just tap them, otherwise you will have too much product. Not beginner friendly at all. So I would rather skip these, go for the Nabla ones or the Bare Minerals ones. I will still keep them because of YouTube, but absolutely not my favorites. And then I got this one from the Sam. This one is from a Korean brand, just like my most favorite concealer. And these are really beautiful, really soft, really velvety. It's more in the line of MAC. So if you like this formula, you will love these as well. They're really similar, really soft, really smooth, stay on all day. And I got the shade Dry Rose. I am interested in picking up some more colors. I had many more of the K-Beauty blushes, but they were really old, like 8+ years, so I decluttered them and I still have to buy new ones. And I got this one from The Balm, a classic. This is a shade that I use more often in the winter time and I still have it because it's so unique. This is that really murky purpley blush that I really love in a mulled wine red burgundy look. It's so beautiful. That's the shade that one of these should be. This is so more forgiving, so more beautiful. I don't know what to do with these. And I think the last one is my Colourpop blush and I got a 2 to 10. I just wanted to try out the formula and I can't say that I'm really impressed. They're not bad, don't get me wrong, but I like the cream blushes better and these are just okay. A bit patchy, a bit okay. As you can see, doesn't go on smoothly. I know, not even on the cheeks, just like the MAC ones. It's just really patchy. So I would say these are more comparable to the Dior ones, the Rosy Glow blush. Let me swatch it next to each other. As patchy as these. I can't make these work either. Yeah, not for me. The Colourpop ones, at least the powder versions, are not for me. They're too patchy. That were all my powder blushes and let's go to creams and liquids. My cream and liquid blushes. I've quite a lot of them, as you can see, and this one grew immensely the last year. Just think of the fact that I didn't use any liquid or cream blushes until maybe a year or two ago. When I was a makeup artist, there weren't really much liquid or cream blushes out there that were good for oily or combination skin. There were a few, don't get me wrong, there were a few, but I always preferred powder blushes. But right now they're coming in hot and they're so good. And that's why this one grew a lot. I've ordered even more and yeah, this will keep on growing the next year. I am on the hunt for the best liquid and cream blushes out there. That's why I've got all of these right now. So let's just go through them, swatch them all, and we'll see where we land. First one up is the Lily by Red Heart blushes. These are called the Lily by Red Love Beam Cheek Balms. And I've got all 6 colors and also got 3 of the highlighters. Those are not included. I'm not doing highlighters. I don't like highlighters that much. So this one is a more peachy shade. Let me open them all up. Peachy shade 02, nice pink, 05, a lavender, 06, a really light peach, number 4, a vibrant red, my only red cream blush, and number 3, a beautiful nude. As you can see, those are beautiful different colors. They don't look alike at all and I really appreciate them. This formula is really lovely and creamy. These were one of the first that I bought when I was like, okay, let's try some liquid and cream blushes, and these were the first ones that I got. Sometimes it can be a bit patchy, but with a brush they're really good. Really vibrant. The OG type of pink, baby pink. And I must say I can't find those shades anywhere else. Like that vibrancy. Lovely nude. I get my most use out of that one. A red. I really love this one. Because it isn't that screamy red. A really wearable red. And then we got lovely lavender. And number 6 is a really light peach. Because I have these crazy type of colors, I don't buy any other. Because I don't wear them often, maybe like once every 2 months. And I don't want a full collection with these crazy colors when I don't wear them. So that's why you don't see me buy any lavender or really baby pink blushes. I would like to have some extra red. But right now I'm really happy about this one. But I really love this formula, and if you are on hunt a really simple, easy to use, beginner friendly formula that is good for dry skin and oily skin, try the Lily by Red ones. I really love them, and these got me into cream blushes. Another K-beauty one is the Juicy Peng from Apieux. And this one is in the shade BE02. Often they don't state the names on the blushes themselves, only online. And this is a beautiful nude. More peachy nude. This one is more pinky nude and this one is more peachy nude. And I absolutely love this one. A beautiful formula, a bit more opaque than the other one. And this one is more of that velvety feel, just like the Patrick Ta ones. So if you are on the hunt for the Patrick Ta cream formula, try these. These are really similar in formula at least. Not sticky, really velvety, dry down to slightly of a powder. This is not wet anymore. You don't have to set these. Really, really beautiful, and I will be picking up some more. These will dry down as well, but not as velvety as the Apieux ones. Try the Juicy Peng ones from Apieux, and I buy them on YesStyle. If you're looking for any type of place you can buy some Korean products, buy from YesStyle. I'm really fond of them. I have an affiliate link in my description always, but I love the shipping. They're really good at packaging them up. Never had any issues with the customer service or anything. Really good pricing, loads of discounts. Wait for a discount. They're really often on discount, every single product from them. So if you are on hunt for K-beauty or J-beauty or C-beauty even, go for YesStyle. I really appreciate them. I bought the Moira ones because I heard they were a dupe for the Tower 21 ones, and we can't get this in the Netherlands, so I bought these as a dupe. And when we were in the States, I picked this one up, and I absolutely love these. I picked these up after I bought the Lily by Reds, and these are more vibrant, really opaque. Love the shade. This one is Love Heat Cream Blush in 01 I Respect You. They have now like 24 shades, I believe. They have so many. And this one is a more pinky toned in I Trust You 08. And these are so vibrant and so beautiful. They don't dry down, so you have to set them down if you like that. But they're really, really beautiful. And I really love these formulas. Stay on all day, don't have any problems with them. I would pick up some more, but I already have so much. But probably I will pick up maybe 2 more. And I really, really like these. Then we got the Tower 28. This one is Beach Please Office Hour. I don't care for this one too much. This is a beautiful shade. I absolutely love the shade, so I would like to get the Moira one in this shade. But this stays sticky. So if I actually set it down with a powder or another blush, then it's okay. But these at least I can wear without setting them. They're still not dry, but I don't have to wear a powder. These I must. Tower 21 ones will be sticky, just like you put on some lip gloss on your cheeks. This one stays sticky until the end of the day and it will disappear. I love the colors from Tower 28, but I don't like the formula. I will wear it. I rather spend my money on the Moira ones. So if you like this one and you want a better formula, try the Moira ones out. You won't regret it. Another option is the Milani ones. This one is the palette. The palette has a better formula than the regular blushes. I had the regular blushes before, I used them and I decluttered them because they were getting old and I had the palette right now. But these are really, really good. These are really beautiful. So smooth. These are more beginner friendly, just like Lily by Red ones. So if you don't like the opaqueness of the Moira ones or the Tower 21, try out the Milani ones. They're really, really good. As you can see, a bit more sheer. So you can easily blend them out. No trouble. They will stay on for a whole day. Really, really beautiful. I do like the regular blushes from Milani, but I do love the palette better. It's a more smooth, more silky formula and it stays on longer. In my recollection, they're only having one palette right now. Hope I'm mistaken and they have more and I can pick up another one. But until then, I'm really happy. This one is already dry. It's not set, but it's dry, so you don't have to set it. Then we got the Merit Flush Balm in Beverly Hills. I picked this up in a whim when we were in Ulta and I'm really happy that I did because I really love it. The shade is beautiful. It is more towards a more drier skin because it's more hydrating, it's more sheer. But if you just want a flush of color, it's really beautiful. I do love the shade that I picked out. I won't be buying another because it's a bit too sheer for me. But if you like that more sheer, natural makeup look, it's a beautiful formula. But as you can see, these are way more vibrant than that one. So if you love a more sheer formula, try the Merit ones out. They're really good. These are the only two Colourpop ones that I still have left. The other ones I decluttered because they dried out. In my opinion, the blushes stay longer wet, more silky than the eyeshadows. I had many eyeshadows go bad and my blushes are still good. I decluttered like 10. I should pick up some new ones in a bit, maybe when they're on sale. And these were officially the highlighters from the Tinkerbell collection, but I love them as more as a blush topper. I can't wear that one as a highlighter, it's too dark. But the formula is really beautiful. It's silky smooth. It's so gorgeous. It looks really scary, this one, but if you blend it out, it's such a beautiful blonder topper. Really, really good. It's a bit more the same formula as the Juicy Penguins. The same squishy formula. So really, really good. I really love my Colourpop ones and I will be picking up some more next time they're on sale. Because I absolutely love these and I should buy new eyeshadow and blushes from them. These are so beautiful. Blend well, dry down, you don't have to set them. Stay on for days. Absolutely beautiful. Same goes for the Fenty stick. I got it in a 2-pack because I wanted the cream bronzer and they didn't have it in stock anymore. Only the little one. This one is the Matchstick and Starstruck, so a highlighter, but I really don't wear this one as a highlighter, more as a blush topper. It's too dark for me as a highlighter. Could be done, but it's a bit too much. So I really like this one as a blush topper. And I don't mind it like that. Then I got a few sticks. This one is from Anastasia. This one is in the shade Latte. And it's such a beautiful shade. You would have seen this in a full face of Anastasia or in my favorites video. The most perfect shade, if you ask me. A perfect neutral, really opaque, really blends well, dries down to velvety. It's absolutely gorgeous. Really beginner friendly. You could stamp it on your cheeks, you can work it with a brush. It's so beautiful. And I would like to pick up some extra if I find a shade that I really like. But this one is a must-have for me. Because I love the Anastasia so much, I picked up these two when we're in the States. The Nude Sticks one, because they excel in their stick products. And this one is the Nudies Bloom in the shade Sweet Cheeks. And this one is the same type of formula, only a bit more sheer and glossy. And we got the Nudies Matte in the Sunkissed Cool. So the same type of formula, only matte. I prefer the matte kind. I got it in the 2-pack so I could try out both formulas. I do like the glossy formula, but I love me some matte more. This shade is really beautiful, a nice pinky toned, a really lovely light tone. It's more in the same formula as the Melania ones. A bit more opaque though, but it's a bit sticky, but it will dry down. The matte ones, these are a bit less easy to blend than the Anastasia one, so if you have to pick one, go for the Anastasia one. But they do stay put all day. The cream ones are easier to blend, so be aware. However, I do like the finish of the matte ones. The formula of the cream ones are easier to blend and to apply. But still, the Anastasia is my favorite. The last one that I got in the stick form is the GH Buff Blush. I got it in advent calendar, and I don't know what kind of brand it is or anything. And it's called Pinched. It's a vibrant pink. I don't have many shades like that, but there's a time and place for this. In the summertime, it's an easy formula to blend. It is a bit more sheer. It isn't amazing though. I've tried it a couple times and it was okay. Let's do some liquid blushes. One of my favorite formulas is the Rare Beauty ones. I picked one of these up when we were in Spain, when we were in the Sephora, and they did not disappoint. I really loved it. My first one was Encourage. Such a beautiful mauve shade. I wear this one a lot and also on my lips because I really love them as a velvet tint for the lips as well. And these stay put all day. Really, really beautiful. Can't say enough of good things about this formula. That's why I picked up 2 extra shades in the last time that we were in the States in October, and this one is shade Worth, and I do love this one as well, a bit more neutral toned on the peachy side, and I love this one as well on my lips. It really makes a beautiful lippy. And the last one is Virtue, even more peachy. I would love a true neutral, let's say more this shade, would love that, but as far as I know, they don't have it, but I really, really love this formula. This one was the first type of liquid blushes that I bought, and I'm so happy that I did. It really rekindled my love of playing with new products. Then we got the Colourpop ones. I recently picked these up in my Colourpop haul. If you would like to see that, I've got it in my monthly haul too. I will link it down below. This one is in the shade Thanks THX, and this is more of that neutral pinky toned that I was talking about. This one is a bit more velvety cream than the really glossy type of the formula from Rare Beauty. I haven't played with these much, but so far I like them. This one is in IKTR. I don't know what it stands for, if somebody can help me out. I'm old. These are more sheer than the Rare Beauty ones. This is quite a hot pink, but because of they're so sheer, I don't mind. And the last one is Culver City, a beautiful nude again. And as you can see, I don't really have repeating shades, so I don't mind both formulas because I have one of each. This is more sheer, this is more vibrant. I haven't tried these on my lips yet, I really should. But if you are on the hunt for a nice, affordable type, the Colourpop ones are really good, but they're not a dupe. Because they're way more sheer, doesn't last as long, but they're really good. Then I got 2 Camel blushes from e.l.f. This one is in the Suave Mauve, because I was thinking maybe these are a bit of a dupe. Because I really love the Rare Beauty one so much. I do love the shade that I picked. They're the same liquidy formula. I can't say that they're dupes. They're most similar that I found, yes. But they don't stay as long as my Rare Beauty ones, and I don't prefer these on the lips. They're really good, but not as velvety as the Rare Beauty ones. And I do love this shade. This one is in the shade Very Well. And as you could see, however, some of them look similar. They're not exactly the same. These look the most similar, so Suave Mauve and the Culver City one from Colourpop, but they all have a place in my collection. I also bought 2 from Say. I got the 3-pack, but I gave the baby pink to my baby sister. This one is in the shade Chili. And these are, again, more similar to the Colourpop ones, even more sheer than the Colourpop ones. So these are not the same as the Rare Beauty ones or anything, but the most similar to the Colourpop ones, because they're so sheer. But again, a different type of shade, most similar to the e.l.f. one in Berry Well. And we got Flirty, a more vibrant kind. Really a true pinky with a bit of a shimmer, but you could see these really can blend out, really sheer. I haven't tried these on the lips as well because I prefer a more opaque kind on my lips. Another sheer formula is the I'm Mimi from K-Beauty, and this is in the shade, and I can't read what shade it is, and really nice nude. This is the kind of nude that I would like the Rare Beauty one comes in, but it's just as sheer and almost blends away. But I do like it. So if you are in the hunt for a more similar vibe as the Say ones, go for the I'm Mimi. They're like $4 or $5. Really inexpensive. We've got another APA one, the Juicy Pang ones, only the liquid kind. So these in the liquid kind. I was really excited because they were so popular in Korea, but they're really sheer. The nude kind shade is in BE01 and the other one is a CR01. So a nice neutral and a nice pink. They look really opaque until you blend them out. And almost nothing is left. So I do kind of like them. They're more serum-like. Maybe like the new Glow Recipe Dewdrops. Maybe they're more similar to that. But as you can see, this one is a really neutral kind and the other one was a really vibrant peach, but you can't really see that anymore. If you are scared for liquid blushes, you could absolutely try them out and perhaps be really happy about them. Then we got another liquid kind from She Glam, and this one is in Floater. I absolutely love this, and I kind of hate that I love it because it's She Glam and I do want to support them, but this formula is really good. It is that same type of sponge thing, but it's so forgiving, and just like the bronzer, this one is a bit more sheer than the bronzer, so I love the bronzer more. But if you are looking for a sheer type of liquid blush, it's a really good one. So more in the vein of the Say one, these are really affordable as well. But if you should pick one out, I would go for the I'm Mimi. Then we got the Milk Makeup one in Chill, I believe. Yes, this one is the Jelly and Chill. I was really scared of this one because I've come to terms with the cream and liquid blushes and the stick ones, but the jelly ones, that's a whole different game. But I wanted to try them, so I did. They're really cooling. I can't say that I like them. It's a bit vibrant for me, but they dry down immediately. So what I like to do about these, because these are the Makeup Revolution dupes. This one is in the shade Peach and I've got Strawberry. This one is Peach. I like to put these underneath a powder blush. For when the powder blush fades away, you will have some extra. Just for longevity, it's a really nice option. Vibrant pink. They're not similar in look and feel to the Milk ones. They're a bit more liquidy even than the Milk ones, but they're good alternatives. You can build them up because you will have more liquid in there, especially when you run down the sides. You can build them up. Are they a must-have? No, absolutely not for me. I would rather spend my money on extra sticks or extra creams because I prefer those methods. I won't be buying more jelly blushes because they're just okay in my opinion. Then we got these. These are the Laura Mercier ones. I picked them up in Marshalls because I couldn't withstand the deal that they were on. This one is in Provence and this one is in Coastline. They're really similar in shade, but I wanted to try them out. So these are the true liquid kind of ones in squeeze tubes, and I prefer the doe foods for just as an ease. I will pick them up with a brush anyway. These are more sheer side, but they are more opaque than I would have thought. They're more tinted than the Say ones, they're more tinted than the Juicy Pink ones, so the I Am Mimi. They're more in the vein of Colourpop maybe. They dry down, this one is almost dry, but you have to work quickly. So don't think you have enough time to blend them out, because once they're set, and if you blend them out then you will get streaks and patchiness. So they're a really good formula. They are different enough for me, but you have to work quickly. You can build them, so that's kind of nice, but you have to work quick. I think they're really nice, and I know they just repackaged. Pick them up if you see them at Marshall's. They're really good bang for your buck. Once again, this one is Coastline and the other one is Provence. I really like them. I've also got one from Embryolisse. Yes, just like the cream. They also have got some makeup. This one is the Radiant Complexion Cream in Rose Glow. And I appreciate this one for the coloring and the formula. So it's really hydrating. It's a bit more sheer again. It's exactly what I thought the Laura Mercier ones were, but I do love the color. I don't use it often because it's again more of the sheer side. This one doesn't dry down, so if you are more on the hunt for a makeup no makeup look and you would like a cream tinted blush, try these out. Really lovely, but I prefer the more self-setting, more opaque kind. I prefer this one to that one, but just as a preference, this one is better for dry skin, this one is better for more oily or combination skin. And I also got a mini from Ciate, the Velvet Skin Cream Blush in the shade Fancy. I got it in an advent calendar and it's really cute, really small. They should do this more often because who goes through a blush? Not me. And it's a really unique shade. That's why I kept it. It's more sheer but not too sheer, a bit more on the vein of the Laura Mercier ones. Let me build it up. You can build it up, it will dry down. So they're really similar to the Laura Mercier ones. I'm not saying they're dupes, they're just similar formulas. And this is a really cool purpley type of shade. This is the type of purple I would wear opposed to the more lilac-y vibrant type. I really love this type of purple. This is the reason that I like to put these underneath my makeup, because you can't rub them off. Okay, first one up is the Essence blushes. These are the Baby Cup Blush liquid blushes. I've got two shades in 30 Dusty Rose and 20 Blushing Berry. Usually I pick up two to see the formula because sometimes they are different between each shade. And sometimes the lighter shades will perform differently to the darker shades. So if I got the money for it, or if they have it in stock, I will buy mostly two shades. This one is the Blushing Berry one. A beautiful shade that I really appreciate the shade of. They are good, but the blush comes out so much, so you have to put it on your hands, otherwise you will be completely overflowing. And they are on the sheer side. They're a nice touch, they're really serum like, so they have a really good texture feel, but they are more of the sheer type. A bit more like the Colourpop ones, not too bad. They're really smooth, they're really silky, they're not patchy at all, and they really stay on long. So if you are on the hunt for a really good drugstore type of liquid blush, these are really, really good. Then we got the Catrice one. These are the Blush Affair liquid blushes. Then we got the Catrice Blush Affair liquid blushes. And I've got two shades again. 010 Pink Feelings and 040 Velvet Rose. I haven't used these much. At least these you can dose. And I really appreciate that. This one is a really vibrant pink, as you can see. But this one is more oily serum like than these. These are more velvety, which I like more, but these stay on longer. I don't really love the shades that they have, because this is supposed to be a really cool velvet shade, and this is more of a brownie purple. I don't really love the shades. They have 4 shades and these were the lightest and the darkest one. It really depends on the shade. As you can see, this one is way more sheer, really more oily than this one. That's why I usually buy 2. If you have to pick up one, pick up the Essence one, not the Catrice one. I like these way better and I really use these often. These not so much, not only the color but also the formula, it's really oily. Maybe if you have dry skin you would like them better, but you have to love a really sheer formula. Then we got the Queen Tarsi the Dream Blush in Dreamy Peach. This is a Dutch brand. So a Dutch owned brand with a metal tip. Yes please, can we get more of these please? And I really love this blush. They came out as a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury ones, just like everybody else. They have a nice shimmer in there. And they're really opaque, they're really vibrant. They stay on all day. I do wish they had more neutral shades, but if you are for the hunt on a really good dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury ones, try these out from Queen Tarsi. They are a Dutch brand, so only for Dutchies, I'm sorry. Then we got the e.l.f. ones, the Halo Glow Beauty ones. I've got a blush and a highlighter. This is a darker shade, so I can't use it as a highlighter. That's why it's in my blushes. This one is the Candlelit. Look at that mess. I haven't used it that much, but this is just a straight up mess. It's metallic, it's not a beautiful blush. This is just more like a blush topper for me. I don't use this often. It's patchy, it's dry. No thank you. I like these way better. So the Colourpop ones, the really vibrant ones. You could see the difference between the smoothness. This one is so smooth, so silky. This one is just patchy, dry. So I don't use these, I just have them for reference. And if you buy one of the blushes from e.l.f., buy just the Camo ones, the liquid ones. They're way better. Don't try to buy these as a dupe. They're terrible. I do like the shade of the highlighter better as a blush than the regular blush. But look at that. You can't mean this as a blush or a highlighter, either of those. Some people like that, don't get me wrong, but I don't. I like a nice glow and not a stark highlight. Then we got these from Makeup Revolution, the Revolution Pro Hydra Bright Cream Blush in pink and peach. And these are, yeah, well, almost the same. Way too sparkly and etc. for me as a blush. You can't call that a blush. They are more sheer, but they're really oily as well. I like the Halo ones even better than these, and I don't like the Halo ones. And this is the peach one. It comes out of the sides everywhere. It's so messy. And if you like a blush topper in liquid kind, sure. But then I would prefer a more powder if I like a blush topper, or maybe like something like these. But I don't like these. These are oily, they're sheer, too glowy. So if you like that type of shade, then maybe it's for you, but I wouldn't waste my money on these. And then I've got two of the Charlotte Tilbury ones. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm and the Pillow Talk one. I had a Pillow Talk before and I decluttered it. This one is a new one. If you like these, you can try them out, but I don't really love these. They're too highlighty. It is the best formula out of the ones, absolutely. So it's not as oily, it's not as sheer, it's more of the beautiful glow. So if you like one of these, I would definitely prefer the Charlotte Tilbury one, but I prefer the Glowgasms more. These are less highlighty, more blushy, so you get a more diffused blush shade. I don't mind a glow blush, but this is a highlighter, not a blush. This is a blush. So I would skip the regular ones and go for the Glowgasms. I like these way better. And I see I forgot about my Huda ones, the blush filters. I've got Cotton Candy and Latte. And I picked these up because I want to try the hype everybody was talking about. I do think they're missing some neutral shades. This is a straight up bronzer, so I don't use it as a blush. This is more a bronzer. I like them. they're good. They're really smooth, really velvety, opaque enough, not patchy. So I do like the formula, but I don't love the shades that they've got. So I will use them, but not as much because of the shade. But if you can find a shade that you like, these are really lovely. Go look for them if you find a shade that you like. If not, skip on these. You won't miss much. Okay, that's going to be it. Don't forget to leave down in the comments below which product you would like to see a review of, or you would like to get some more information about. Please let me know. I will make a video out of it. And also, please give your recommendations of the products I should buy down below, so I can check them out and I can add them to my collection, to my monthly hauls. I'm really curious what your opinion is. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell and give it a like, so I know you love these videos and I can keep on doing them. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye!